Swing low, sweet pooping jug, coming for to carry my poop. Swing low, sweet pooping jug, coming for to carry my poop. Schedule 1 is ugly and jank. It is a bad game designed for edgelord 13-year-olds who think it's cool to smoke weed laced with boner pills. This plays like a game from Newgrounds in 2003, and every character looks like they tried to make Tina Belcher from Bob's Burgers in a 3D rendering program. The gameplay is also bad because you have to go around setting up drug deals, and this means sometimes you have to talk to girls. And also when you're on the phone texting customers to set up deals, the police can arrest you while you're on the phone and it doesn't pause. And this makes me go like, ah! The gameplay is just bad and it is for noobs. This game is also woke because if you smoke the weed laced with the boner pills, it turns you into a black guy. That's right, this is a DEI game. There are also women in the game, but it's okay because you can hit them with a baseball bat. However, all of them are extremely ugly and extremely hard to masturbate to. On the subject of woke, I should mention that at least this game does not have any transgender in it, but the game is still in early access, so I bet later on they'll make it so you can sell drugs that turn people trans, because Sweet Baby Inc. will pay them a lot of money to do that, and their game is bad and going to flop anyway. Despite being a game where you sell drugs and you can get jars to put weed in, you can't use the jars as poop jars, which sucks because if you had poop jars, you could either throw them as a weapon or you could use them to turn your poop into Jenkem and sell the Jenkem. I really like Jenkem. That's what I do when my poop jug is getting full and my mom won't clean it out. I put it in my closet for a week and then I have some Jenkem and I get really high off of it and it's fun. But no, you can't have Jenkem in this game, and you also can't throw poop jars at people. You know what would be really cool is if you could fill the jars with live bees and leave them in school buses like I like to do. That's always a hilarious prank. In this game, when you're selling drugs at night, the police enforce a curfew, so you have to sneak past them if you're out selling drugs too long after dark. But it's okay because if they catch you, you can beat them to death with a baseball bat. And I think that's pretty cool because it reminds me of the time my mom tried to make me go to bed and I threw my poop jug at her. If I was a drug dealer, I would mix some of my dingleberries into some cocaine and mash them up so people would snort my poop. I would go around giving free samples to people who I thought looked stupid, and then I would watch them snort my poop. By the way, this reminds me, I don't know who needs to hear this, but this is a great time for you to start doing heroin again. This game is also pretty relatable for me because when you plant your plants and fertilize them and stuff, the trash lays on your floor and you can have trash accumulate on your floor until you literally can't walk across it because it's so covered in trash. And then you just bag the trash up and throw it out the window for someone else to deal with. I think this was a nice touch of realism. Sometimes I tie helium balloons to my trash bags and let them go out the window so they can be somebody else's problem. You can also mix horse sperm into your drugs in this game, which makes me realize that the reason they made the game woke is because it's sponsored by Vosh. Anyway, this game is very bad, and it's probably going to flop, and this studio will go out of business. Do not buy. Spend your money on real drugs instead.